Hey my sweeties, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So would you believe that today I did my full face of makeup with only one product? That's right, just one product, all you need for this look. And that one product is by Milk Makeup. This is the Cooling Water Jelly Tint. This retails for $24 and it comes in 6 different shades. So we're going to use this blush balm all over. It's super nice to have a product that is multi-purpose, multifunctional, especially when it comes to makeup. Makeup is so expensive and you kind of can get overwhelmed feeling like you have to buy 8 to 10 different products just to do a full face. But in this video, I'm gonna show you, you just need one. So if you're interested and wanna know more, just keep on watching. Here's what it looks like in the compact. It looks a lot darker than how it's going to look on the skin. I have the shade Splash. This is going to be kind of like a purpley berry tone. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is sort of like see-through and it really does look like Jello to me. I kind of just wanna like bite this thing off and eat it like candy. But these jelly tints have a very natural finish and the pigmentation isn't anything too scary. I just kind of dabbled some onto the back of my hand here. And as you can see, I kind of swiped on a lot, but it really doesn't look too intense. So this is the color that we will be using all over our cheeks, lips, and eyes today. And I'm gonna show you just how to do it. And so just a forewarning, this is kind of a lip and cheek stain. So it might leave a little pinkish redness on your skin after you wash your makeup off. And because of that staining, this product isn't advertised for use on the eyes, but I've seen people all over TikTok using it on their eyes, their nose, their cheeks, their lips. So as long as you don't mind a little bit of staining, we should be okay. So let's start with the cheeks first. I'm gonna show you guys how to use these jelly tints. Very, very easy. I always start on one side just because you don't want this side to dry down as you're doing the other side and you won't be able to blend it. So we're going to do one side at a time and I just kind of dabble it on. You can dab it or just sort of lightly swipe. And then I literally just take my fingers and kind of tap it in to blend. These skin tints are really, really good for a very natural, dewy blush look, and you won't have to worry about blending any powders in because this just melts so beautifully into the skin. And they're very buildable, so you can always add a little bit more in areas where you want it, and then just do the same thing and blend with your fingers. So this is one side done with the shade Splash. Really, really pretty. Even though it's a little bit of a berry purple toned blush, it's nothing too crazy or intense. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the other side really quick. So here is the blush done on both sides. I always get way too carried away with blush, so I'm just going to leave it here before we get into clown territory. But one last thing that I like to do is I like to just add a little bit of blush onto the very tip of my nose. Speaking of clown territory. And then just blend this in with my fingers. It just kind of gives you that very like naturally flushed look. Like pretty much everywhere the sun would hit your skin and leave a sunburn is where I like to apply blush. So next, let's go ahead and use this for our eyes. For this, we're not just going to swipe it on because we probably won't get a very even look with our eyes. So what I do is I take a clean, fluffy brush and I kind of just swirl it onto the blush stick, get a good amount of product on there, and I sort of just use this to kind of shape out my eye, and it adds such a nice like flush of color. You can also use this brush method to apply it onto your cheeks as well. You just use a bigger brush. So with the brush, it gives you a more even diffusion of the color. And then I kind of just take the brush and flick it out towards where I put the blush before, and this kind of just connects it all together, and it just looks so effortless and so pretty, and it really gives you that very monochromatic look. I will say though, with the brush method, it does take a little bit longer to build up the color to the desired pigment. So it does take a little extra time to kind of get it to match the cheeks, but it's so worth it to use the brush. You really get some nice blending. So here's where we're at with the eyes. It's so dainty and delicate, the color. I really, really like it. And I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm just gonna apply a little bit more onto my cheeks. I think it just needs it. Just a little bit more. Kind of connect it to the eye. And then lastly, we're going to use this jelly tint on our lips. This is pretty self-explanatory. You can use either a brush for this one, or you can just kind of swipe it on like you would a lipstick. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. I kind of keep it focused on the very inside of my lips, so that way I can blend it out. And it just looks a little more natural. It's kind of hard to get precision with a stick that's this big for your lips. So if you want a more precise look, I would maybe try using a lip brush to kind of like line your lips, or just use a lip liner. But we're trying to use just one product here, so I'm kind of going for that very natural, just very pink flushed look. Nothing that's too calculated or planned out, you know? This actually works pretty well. I'm just taking a concealer brush. I can't find my lip brush right now, but I'm just dabbing this on here, and I'm kind of using it to outline my Cupid's bow and like the very corners of my mouth. Just kind of dabbing out the color into a line. And what's really cool is, like I said, this stuff is a lip and cheek stain. So hopefully this will stay on for a long time and actually stain my lips kind of this soft berry color, which is nice because the most annoying thing in the world is having to constantly be reapplying your lip color. So with the lips done, here we have it. This is our full face done with just one product. We have our eyes, our cheeks, and our lips all one color, and I think it looks really, really good. This is a great way to get the most out of your makeup products because you can do this with pretty much any blush stick, any cream blush or bronzer even too. And it's also a great way to save money. I know that like makeup overconsumption is a huge topic of discussion right now.
Last month, I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna stop buying any more makeup indefinitely until I completely finish that product and all of its backups. And you know why? It's because overconsumption has been insane for this past year, and it's been especially driven by TikTok and the beauty community if you're in that community.
How everyone is going out and constantly buying new products that they never really use because we already have so much makeup. So this is a great way to just have one product, pop it in your bag, and do your whole face with just one product. So I'm going to jump off camera really quick, finish up the rest of this look, and I will be right back. All right, so here we have it. This is our finished look. Just a couple of things I added. Of course, I threw on a little wispy lash. I wanted to keep it nice and dainty to kind of go along with how soft and natural this look is. And then over top of the lips, I just put a little bit of a gloss. This is from ColourPop, from their Winx Club collection that they did. And today I'm using the shade Techna. It's a really cool purple gloss, and it has kind of like pink and blue reflex in it. The color is very subtle. It doesn't actually look purple on the lips, but it just adds a really cool kind of like blue-pink shift to the top of my lips. And then I know I said this was just going to be one product for the whole face, but I just couldn't help myself. So over top of the eyes, it's so subtle, you can barely even tell. But I used this light stick, also from ColourPop's Winx Club collection. This is a cream highlighter, so it's really similar to the Milk makeup product that we use for our blush. So this one is a frosty kind of pinky purple. I believe this is the shade Darcy. The light sticks were kind of inspired by the Tricks, the evil witches from the show. So this is very Darcy coated. But for this, I just used the same brush method, and I kind of just packed it onto the center of my lid, kind of just going a little bit underneath the blush color that we put. But I thought it just really made the pink blush color really, really pop. And by the way, I do have the entire Winx ColourPop collection. I bought it whenever it first launched. I know a few months ago they did a restock of everything, and they even added a few more products. I wasn't able to pick those ones up, but if you guys want to see a video about the first ColourPop Winx collection, just let me know. But yeah, there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful, that you can use literally just one product for your full face. I know I went a little bit extra with mine, but it was basically just one product, okay? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment for what kind of videos you want to see me do next. And until next time, stay gorgeous, my sweeties.